Dear friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to continue our series of Natas. Before we go ahead, I'd like to say something. As I move along this series, I'm finding the Natas series is very good to play around. We can utilize this series to practice our skills and improve our techniques in cybersecurity. For example, to understand better the vulnerabilities, a variety of vulnerabilities with the web application. Also can learn a lot different techniques of the exploitation. And lastly, also can give us opportunity to, practice skills of Python. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch over to the Kali Linux VM. And we can copy. Of course, I've already opened up this site. So we can copy this URL as starting point and paste into the new tab. And we need to, because the level, what we are going to do would be Natas 17. So we can change to 17. Username is Natas 17. And the password, we can copy it from notebook and paste into the password field. Sign in. So here this level provides us the function of checking existence of username. For example, like admin, nothing returned, no error, no anything. A bit weird, right? So we can go back, and because again, this series is good because besides the function of the level itself, also we can view its source code. As you can see over here, here is table information. The table name is users and has two columns, username and password. Of course, our objective here is to retrieve the password for the next level, level 18 or Natas 18, right? And here underneath it, there's some PHP code. If a request has key of username, and then we'll go on, this would be link valuable, will connect to the database. And then we'll select the database. The database name is Natas 17. And then this should be the query statement. Select all from users where username is equal to, the username what we submit to the web application. And if the key has debug, I think this one is useless and we can get the result. And this is the function to query the database. However, whatever word we submit, nothing will return from the application, right? For example, this one means if our username exists, doesn't echo anything, right? This would be the same for other circumstances. So what can we do? I think we can take advantage of one technique, which is this should be the time-based SQL injection. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do next? I think there will be two steps. The first step, we need to check the Natas 18 username is there. or check existence of Natas 18. Next, we need to retrieve the password for Natas 18. And both steps require to use time-based SQL injection technique. Okay, so let's go back. For example, if we put Natas 18, of course we need to use double quote to close up, and then we can use end sleep, for example, like 3 seconds, and we can comment out the remaining thing. Okay, now we can check existence. As you can see from the browser at the top, we can know that after about 3 seconds, we got the response back, although this response doesn't contain anything. So from this point, we can know that Natas 18 username is there. If we put some random information, and such username or information will not exist in the table. For example, like we can put like blah 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 blah, yeah, anything. I think it would be very rare this username exists in the database or in the table of the database. We can check, and this case, if because this one doesn't exist and will not execute sleep function, so we can immediately get a response. Okay, as you can see, I think it's clear, right? So we can take advantage of this point to, first of all, we can identify the username Natas 18 is there. Next, we need to use the same technique to retrieve password. However, the password consists of 32 letters. This, if we do it manually, this will take a very long time. Okay, this is where the Python program language comes into play. So let me open up the PyCharm, or you can use whatever editor or IDE you are comfortable with. Okay, so the first module I'd like to import is requests module, and the second module should be stream. So we can use this module to create the collection of all letters. As we know, the password should be consisting of the uppercase, character, lowercase, and also the digits. No special characters. Okay, so for example, like parenthesis, a comma, a semicolon, nothing like that is in the password. Okay, so let's go back to PyCharm, and we need to define something. For example, we can define the username. This should be Natas 17, because this level requires us to be authenticated first. Okay, and this authentication is basic HTTP basic authentication, and now we can, and this should be 17, and also the password we can copy it from my notebook, and the password. Okay, so next we can generate the these credentials for current level, right? And next we can define the, for example, like letters collection, and we can use string uppercase plus lowercase string digits. Okay, so here we can create collection of valid characters for the password. Okay, and the next we can define the Natas 18. Also, the first step would be, I think I've already showcased this or this procedure. The step 1, maybe 2.1, we need to find all letters for password for Natas 18 password. Okay, and step, we can find order of such letters. Okay, so the first step would be find the, we can call it letters for Natas 18. Okay, so at this moment it's empty, so we can define existent letters in Nata 18's password. Okay, next we can define variable of actual Natas 18's password. Okay, so this should be Natas 18 password, and at this moment it's empty. Okay, so first of all we need to get this step done. So how to do? We can use the for letter 1 in letters collection, and we need to construct the payload. The key should be username, and then should be, we can construct the SQL query statement here and copy and paste into the PyCharm. So this should be like this one. Username is Natas 18, and we need to use double quotes to close up, and then we can use and password. Like, very important, we need to put the binary, otherwise like will not treat uppercase and lowercase differently. Okay, and then this should be the later. Okay, and then should be sleep. For example, sleep 3 seconds, and then we can use comment remaining part. Okay, so we can copy it and we can paste in here. We can use the double quotes, and here we need to use the slash to escape. Okay, and then should be plus and the binary. So this one here we can use the plus. Okay, so here we need to use double quote little one, and also here we need to use the double quote, the percent. Okay, let me check. So this should be the key, and this should be the value or the payload. And this should be the username Natas 18, and this will be passed into here, right? And next we need to end the password like binary, and we need to use 2% symbol. Of course, we need to use single quote to I think we need to use 2 single quotes to have later, and also the percent, 2%, right? I think it's correct. The percentage and password like binary. Okay, now we can create the request and wait for response. Response requests post URL should be, we can inspect, check, go to network tab, and then we can get the login page. Can copy and paste in here. Data is data, and the authentication, it should be tuple, so the username and the password. All right, so next, if response elapsed seconds to 2 seconds, and then we can print out the letter 1, and the letters we can put into this collection or this variable letter 1. Okay, so after we run this block of code, we can generate this value. Okay, so the existing letters in the password. Okay, so next we can make another loop for I in range, because the password should be 32 in length, and 4 letter 2 in letters. Okay, so we can copy from here, paste in here, and we can, this should be the letter 2, and we can Natas password, and we do not need to use, we just need 1% at the end, right? So we can remove it. We can print out Natas letter 2. Okay. Finally, we can print out the final password. So we can password for the next level. Should be Natas. Okay. Before I test this script, I'd like to make a double check. I think the key part is this one, the payload, which would be submitted to the application. Very important, we need to use the backslash to escape the double quotes, okay? All right, so let's try it now. We can Python find, run it. Okay, so now the code is trying to extract valid letters or existing letters in the password. Of course, this would take a bit long time. I do not want to waste your time anyway. So when it's done, I will come back. See you there. As you can see over here, finally, I got the password for the next level. This should be the password. However, my previous code had a problem. This one, I mistyped this variable. Mistyped, yeah, this one. This should be the Natas 18 password. And also, we need to put the break for, for each position of the password. When we find the correct letter, and I think this layer or the inner loop doesn't need to continue. So we need to put the break here. So that's all I'd like to demonstrate for this level. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.